Krishna Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Nahamine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisheshaya Shungyavadi Pashada Deshatarine Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we are in the Bhagavad Gita, 18th chapter. That's the last chapter in 25th shloka. Anubandhaṁ kṣayaṁ hiṁsām anapekṣya ca pauruṣam mohād ārabhyate karma yattat tāmasam ucyate. And that action performed in ignorance and delusion without consideration of future bondage or consequences, which inflicts injury and is impractical, is said to be action in the mode of ignorance. Now, recently we had some cases of some people, some part of the world, cutting people's head just because they don't agree to their faith. Yeah? Yeah. And they say we are doing act in highest stage of consciousness called God conscious. It's Bhagavad Gita is saying which platform the work is done. Correct? Is giving pain to other people based on violence. The action and distress to other living entities. Action in the mode of sometimes, many times not all. In fact, even the personal life of such people I will see to be abhorrable. Abhorrable. They're kind of, because if the conscience is high or low, it not only reflects in one activity, it reflects all round activity. We do not have any choice to choose what you are going to do, largely. It depends on the consciousness you are in. Sometimes people say, well, you can choose, but it's not so easy. You have to rather change the whole platform of consciousness. Therefore, the study of Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna and Krishna consciousness. If I am in Tamoguna, suppose, you come and say, sir, you're mad or what? I'll take a stone and hit you. Okay? With such kind of behavior is seen. How can the person be Krishna conscious? This is not Krishna conscious, not Sattva-guna, not Rajoguna, it is Tamoguna. Okay? You understand? Just like we also have the example. Prabhupada said always, don't put down one religion to another because all are bogus and Kali. Practically I have seen. When I went to Kumbh Mela, I saw people in the name of religion smoking ganja. A common man is better than them. They may say religious, they may say we are Shiva Bhaktas and we are smoking ganja because Lord Shiva drank poison, ocean of poison, I am taking little poison. There is no, you are not supposed to imitate. And Shiva drank poison not to get intoxicated, to save the world. That time. They pull things out of place. So that becomes action in the mode of ignorance. It is not Krishna. So we need to be discriminating. We cannot be blind. People do so many things. There's some people, they take knives and cut through their face and mouth, their tongue and all, and they whip themselves. So very difficult to understand all of that. Here we take a ghee lamp. Even worship can be sattva, rajas, tamas, I told you yesterday. So just like how we are worshipping. We are chanting the Lord's holy names. We are offering a ghee lamp to the Lord. We are offering chamara, fan. Correct? We are bathing. How do you take care? There was a very funny example. Rasaraj told, yes. Some people say the deity is made of stone. My dear sir, what is your child made of? It is made of obnoxious thing actually. Blood, bones, stool. Why are you so attached to it? But I love my child. I also love the deities. It's only a matter of realizations. Actually, people can't speak logically. If they say deity is made of stone, then their father, mother is also made of blood, bone, stool, urine. Why they are attached to it? What is that? Where is that argument? There is no argument. Simply speak nonsense, that's all. Where is an argument? Why you are attached to your girlfriend? Why you are attached to your wife? Why you are attached to the children? Why? It's only a packet of stool in the living. But this packet is different in the sense that, what are the rest of the argument? Who remembers that class? This packet is different to the Lord, the deity, in the sense that, and another example is given, just like symbols. Now, the whole science is going based on symbols. You don't write alpha into beta into actually. Right. But actually, just like I say, a number 1. I can write 1 in another way also. I write in Kannada, there is 1 way. In Hindi, is another way. In Roman numerals, in another way. Is that 1? That represents 1. So when by representation whole science is going on, why spiritual science can't go by representation? You are also using it. That 1 is not there. I can say 2 greater than 1. It looks illogical, no? Correct? The symbol is smaller than that. So what is greater symbol? Basically the representation. The same way actually is not only the higher senses, the deities are not representing. It is the God's arrangement. When you come forward, actually our senses are not able to perceive the Lord. It's not possible. Because our senses are only in a world of experience. We do not know what is the reality. This is accepted even by top scientists. We do not know what is the reality. I am in a world of experience today. It's all experiential space. But what is the reality behind, I don't know. Okay? And Krishna is the final reality, therefore we call absolute truth. You can't perceive. Even scientists agree we can never perceive what is the actual reality because we are limited. Whatever I am perceiving is by the senses. So what they are giving input, based on that I can speak. I have no way to transcend my senses. Correct. So we do not know. They say transcendental. Krishna is transcendental. So they do not know. So anyway, so Krishna is by definition not perceivable. He is a supreme reality. But out of his kindness, because he is a person, he appears for us. The first thing the acharyas give us is the holy name. You chant this name. Even though it's ka, ri, sha, na, ha, even though it is a material sound, ka, if you take individually, it's there in books, you find in so many things. Newspaper also ka is there, ri is there. But combined together, and particularly chanted by a devotee, it takes a transcendental picture. How? It is inconceivable for us. Even though it is in a field of experience, because I am limited today. I can only hear material sound. I can only see material form. I can only read material books. I can only have material food. But Krishna, by arrangement, turns them to spiritual. And in a temple, all you are doing is interacting with this Krishnaized form of the Lord. It's like deity, even though everybody knows. We also got it from Jaipur, also smart. But when you come forward to serve the Lord with love, Krishna becomes present. It's no longer deity, it's Krishna standing. Therefore deity is bathed, just like you're bathing your child. You may say, I have derived so much enjoyment bathing my child. How can you deny that I am not having any enjoyment bathing the deity? Who are you to deny it? Who are you to deny it? You are in your field of experience, I am in my field of experience. You want, I can also show you. Come. You also do. You will also find. Just like you may find enjoyment in bathing your child, you come. But here what happens is that the perception of the Lord requires purified senses. Therefore, just like suppose I say, you got a disease. And your disease, you go to the doctor will take blood and he will say that you have malaria. Doctor, how do you say I have malaria? Doctor will say it's not so easy. First I have to explain to you what are the parasites. I have to explain to you that malaria is a parasite. So I have to explain to you the whole science. Then I have to show you how the process of detection works. Then you can see. You can't just see it. And I'll show you. You show you, but you have to follow. And in spiritual sense, what happened? Here you can use a microscope The problem in the spiritual perception of the material instruments will not work a very definition, because soul and God are transcendent to the material phenomena. You cannot throw light on soul and expect to get a reflection. It's not possible. Okay, so you have to see it. The soul has to see itself, and soul has to see the Lord. For that, the soul has to become a little purified. So therefore, one side is philosophy, one side is practice. In our general professional life, it does not matter. You may be a good engineer, but you may be the lowest class person. The company doesn't bother. It's getting the work out. But here, in spiritual subject matter, it is not possible. You cannot have a bad consciousness, and you cannot give me any knowledge. Perception depends on your stage of consciousness. You understand? Just like a pond is very shaking and muddy, you can't see anything. So mind is too much agitated by the senses that it is not possible for the mind to have self-realization. Now that is the reason Krishna is bringing in Sattva-guna, Raja-guna, Tama-guna. Because Krishna is speaking Bhagavad Gita so that we can reach to his kingdom. Parastasmat bhava anyat vyakta avyakta sanatanaha. Krishna has given a hint about that in the Bhagavad Gita. Not much information, but basic hint. There is an abode of mind beyond this world. Beyond what you see and what you don't see. Because many things in the universe I am not able to see. Every day we say, oh, I am able to see one more part of the universe. Whatever you are seeing is within this universe. And you get excited. Okay? That means there are so many things you are not seeing. Vyakta avyakta sanatana. Beyond what you are seeing and what you are not seeing, the abode of the Lord exists. Natatavāshate shuryo. There is no need of sun there. Nashashanga napavakaha. There is not a moon there. No wind, nothing. That's a spiritual abode of God. Everything is self-knowledge. Now this information, there is no way for you to see it anyway. Even in science they say, there must be multiverses. Okay, that's fine. Can I see them? No, scientifically you can never perceive any other universe. Then I should just blindly believe you. They have a string theory in which they say there are multiple universes. So you tell them, any scientist doing that, can you show me any one of them? No, you cannot show me. That theoretically also it is not possible. Same way, we also say, you are limited by your 4 defects. This has been said thousands of years ago. Your senses are limited. You easily get into illusion. You make mistakes and you have a cheating propensity. Therefore, Vedas said there is no way you can ascertain a conclusion by pratyaksha. Science means nothing more than development of pratyaksha. You got it? Just like a man is there, he's eating and sleeping. That's all he is doing. And he's not happy. If he comes to us, we will say, no, my dear sir, this is not life, this is animal life. Something more you have to do. You have a spiritual hunger which is not satisfied, therefore you are not happy. But a scientist will say, no sir, actually what we will do for you, we will make the bed very soft. Then you will feel happy restful. And eating, we will find new ways nowadays, funny ways. They say man should eat insects now, that's the latest. Otherwise there is no food. They are researching, because insects grow very fast. Like you see you have a light outside, you see 10,000 insects now, rain time. So they are developing dishes with insects. This is advanced. Or whatever way, the end means, end is this, the same eating, sleeping you are doing, we will decorate it more, maybe you should have put sauce on when you took that thing, there is a one more variety of, in Indonesia, one more chili comes, that comes, that. You make it very nice, you are eating, sleeping, you will become satisfied. And the Vedas say, Ahara nidra bhaya maithunam cha samana esha pashuvinarana dharmo yeko kadika vishesho dharmena hina pashuvi samana. He says that just eating, sleeping if you are doing, that animals are also able to. What's the big deal? How can you say you are enjoying less or more than an animal? You can't say equally they are enjoying. But your privilege was to enter spiritual life. That is dharma. Dharmasya hi apavargasya nato arthaya upakalpate narthasya dharma ekantasya kamalabhaya hi smita. Morning we are discussing pavarga papapavama. Dharma is to break that pavarga. Otherwise, if you look at my life, work hard, so hard that I have, I do night outs, the foam from the mouth, and then I am not satisfied, and I become fearful because of so many anxieties, and I die. So all 5 kinds of sufferings are part and parcel of life. Dharma means to break this. Why? In the spiritual world there is no parishama. For that matter, even we in the material, those who take to spiritual life and properly situated, you don't feel tired when you serve Krishna. Just like a mother when she takes care of a child, she doesn't feel tired, she is so happy. You make anybody else do the job, it doesn't love the child, it is very tiring. How tiring or not tiring depends on your stage of consciousness. If you love something and you're doing, you don't feel tired. Okay? Mostly in the psychophysically, the profession are not matched today. Mostly we take profession based on where you make money. That's the reality. Okay? Don't want to get it's the reality of the society. Then there is no job satisfaction. And you're working, you don't like the job. You're just doing what you're supposed to do. Because anyway, employer will extract out money. And then it's laborious, it's painful. But here, when you do activity with Krishna in the center, all of us are Krishna in the center. In a normal job, what happens? Boss is one center, you are another center. The centers are not matching. Here, all of us center is Krishna. And if you are doing activity in the proper consciousness, I am doing it for Krishna's pleasure, you don't feel tired. Just like Prabhupada says, we chant Hare Krishna mantra every day, the same tune, the same mantra. We don't feel tired. We don't feel like tomorrow we have a new tune or some other mantra that is try. No, there is no satiation. Morning we discussed, there is no satiation. But in spiritual life, in material life, every day we need a new song. You can't play the same song every day. You tell your friends, every day we'll have the same song. Every day, therefore, what songs are popular in our time, generally you will not like to hear. I know we have something new. Okay? Latest movie. Whether it's the same movie again and again. Why are we reading same Gita again and again? Why we don't need a new person? There is no saturation. Okay. So I can go on building from different ways. So now, a very important point Prabhupada says, he's saying something because I had to build to this. He says, tamasic work, you understood? Person is procrastinating, he doesn't think about future reaction of it, he doesn't think about the consequence of it, he does even to harm other people, to give pain, distress to other people. Tamasic. And now Prabhupada is adding something. Why a person does such work? One reason we know is of the acute addiction to the senses. Correct? It's like a drug addict, he becomes mad. One very interesting revelation here. Therefore, Prabhupada books, when you read, it should be, wow. Can you see this line? Who can read this line? Sujesh, you read. That yellow line.
Such irresponsible work is carried out in the light of one's personal experience.
Hey, fans were not watching. Too soon. Whole recording is gone. And the children's also. See that I get not to make sound. Such irresponsible work is carried out in light of one's own personal experience. That is why I told you the joke. The 3 popes have spoken 3 different assessments of what is an animal. They can't speak. They don't even know what is soul. One is saying all animals go to heaven. Other is saying something else. And the previous one spoke something else. They say animals have no soul. That's very common. We heard many times this joke. Prabhupada used to say, we eat, animals eat. We sleep, animals sleep. We mate, animals mate. We defend, animals defend. Why, when so much similarity is there, why you deny one more similarity? That when we have soul, how do you say they don't have soul? So this is just like robots, we can cut them and eat them. Whatever pain they show, there is no pain like that. How can you be so irresponsible? This is the one which is, this kind of nonsense philosophy is making people do horrible sinful activities. A person who gives this philosophy is equally responsible because mass is innocent. You give some nonsense philosophy, they will kill. Correct? If I say, actually whatever tears or pain you show, actually there is no pain, I am making people to commit sinful activities. Correct? They are actually giving you pain. Very irresponsible, such kind of philosophy. Very, very irresponsible. Okay? But here there is clear philosophy. Very clear philosophy. So when we, and how does this philosophy come into picture? I tell you, the trap is where animals, more or less, because their senses are very agitated, behave like a robot only. Animal has no control over his actions, but he is going through a whole life is nothing but an experience for him. Because many people want to learn only by experience. They have to go to animal kingdom, and irresponsible life is it tamoguna. Animal is it tamoguna. It's matching or not? Animals is which guna? Satoguna, rajaguna, tamoguna. Is it tamoguna? So somebody says, I want to learn only by experience. My dear sir, next life is animal life. Because animal learns only by experience. In human life, you have one more opportunity to learn by hearing. Just like one philosopher made a statement, you cannot learn by making mistake because there is no time in the life to make enough mistakes. Very, this is not Indian, this is Western philosophy. Because some people don't like to listen to Indian philosopher. Okay, Western philosopher made mistake. You may quoting, if you quote, some acharya, people don't like. It has to be some name which you cannot pronounce. Some pattern, oh, he's speaking. Not only here, even when they go to the ethics committee, there also. They look, references are there, Indian. Some foreign references there. How do you know foreign reference? Because they reference list after class. Nothing in the name. Oh, that's very. The Prabhupada says, no, that is the Gulam mentality we got after 700 years of occupation. We don't like to accept any authority which is from India. We only accept authority which comes from the Western side. That is the Gulam mentality. You tell this kurta is there from India, no. Oh, it is made in England, oh, it's very special. Very special. The Gulam mentality. It's not 700, it's not a small time actually. 4 generations are ever in a century. 28 generations, suppose you are a knocker in a house. I don't think it's easy to build confidence again. Yeah? It's difficult. Therefore, this mentality. Okay, so this is beautiful knowledge. This is just lying in Bhagavad Gita, our own book. Prabhupada used to say, so unfortunate in this country. This knowledge is produced in India. But we don't have even, we can't even open it. It's a mythology. Now, how do you conclude? How dare you conclude this is the mythology? Who are you? Who are you to conclude even before opening the book? Because you are a gulam, you are a slave. You have no integrity. This knowledge, you can't even read it per se as per the book. Whole life, that Kachara doesn't have time to read this book. I can take out 1 million people in India, so-called Hindus also. Whole life, he doesn't have time to read a 1000-page Bhagavad Gita. He has no right to make a statement whether it is a mythology. Correct? So many people. Now the TV shows are going on. There's some person is making statements on it. Has he the time to just read one book first, sir? And you cannot read like that. You have to read. If you want to say, I study mathematics, you have to study under guidance of a teacher. Otherwise you will not understand anything. You don't become a doctor reading books at all. You have to study under a teacher. Correct? Then you make a statement. Then you make an opinion. You can't just make an opinion. I sit here and make opinion something about a neighboring house. Who am I to do that? I should know the subject properly. Then I can make an opinion. But it's very, very unfortunate actually. So here, the clear conclusion is coming is that when you make an opinion based on your experience, that shows you are a tāmasik man. And I can develop that more. Your all habits will be very simple. Just like why is the modern day youth addicted to sinful activities? Because they don't have any respect for authority. That's how they are. Because very science is just protection. Even you say Newton says something, Einstein can reject it. And it is, yes, it is faulty. Some ways it doesn't work Newton laws, correct? You can reject any previous authority. But the Vedas have just come by authority itself. There is no research involved. You heard? Actually, they don't waste time in research. You hear and you save so much time. And you find it practical. Just like a simple example is given of cow dung. Nobody researched, they found it practical. It's very useful. No need to waste time. Britishers came to India 50 years. Oh my God! These people are so abhorrent. Stool of animal they keep in their house. I can't say that except I was speaking British. After 50 years we saw it is antiseptic. So we don't have to waste. In India, how they were using it? They did research. No. Vedas say yes, use it. It's perfect. Actually, any line, when you go to doctor also, you're not going to research on what doctor says. Doctor says, do this, do. So we are accepting authority in every field of life with that beginning faith. If you begin, you will understand it. Go to a doctor, based on, you're not seeing what the doctor does, you just heard, it's a good doctor. You see the patients are happy. You also start that initial faith. If you don't have that initial faith, that is called a disease. Skepticism, it is a disease. There are psychologists treating them. You know that? There are some people who doubt too much. It's a disease. There are psychiatric wards for that. Too much doubting becomes a disease. You say, I have to go from here to say somewhere. Udupi, I have to go to your town. So how do you go? You tell me, go to the bus. Then there's a bus. They will hijack, they will kidnap you. So the bus driver is shouting, conductor is shouting, people are saying bus goes to Udupi, Udupi is written on that, map says, everything says, still you doubt. Then you are a diseased man. You have to admit it to a psychiatric ward. Okay? So there is no need actually to doubt the Vedic literatures. And here, I tell you, this would have taken me 100 years to understand this. Why we see the people become tamasic today? Why is it the person living by experience becomes a tamasic? Yes? Why all the youth is drinking today? Every doctor, lawyer, policeman will say all the crimes are committed because of drinking. True? Drinking, illicit sex, all of the cause of the crimes are this four. Kali Yuga is standing on four legs: illicit sex, gambling, meat eating, intoxication. Correct? We said, don't do. Why do people cannot follow? What big deal we are doing? Prabhupada said in India there was not process, but somebody asked why the process did not work in India. Why nobody? Said they're not ready to follow, sir. How many people have said you have to give up this? Oh, that is not possible. We are imitating Western. I mean, chant Hare Krishna. That my dadi does. Why don't you chant? This is the kind of mentality we have. So many times you would experience trying to sell Bhagavad Gita. You have one for my child, some Krishna book, some stories for children or for dadi, not for me. You notice that? Go with the Bhagavad Gita, people will say, either they will say this, or my dadi, do you have something? In my native language I want Telugu for my dadi. She speaks Telugu. Okay. Oh, you have one, some Krishna stories for children. This is actual faith they are having. If you scratch little, there is a zero faith. Zero, no faith. Take it. Why? They live by experience. Not at this stage. There is a time needed. Just like you say me that you show me how the malaria is caused by this, there is a time needed. There is a process to be applied. You have to go through the process. You have to understand something. Similarly, not the 5-minute affair, show me God, some joke like that. And that is the most transcendental subject matter. Even it says small particles. They have European cyclotron. Nobody has seen any one of the particles. They only know them by some effects, that's all. And to know that also, you will have to do 10 years study. Then you can understand how the equipment is working, what effects are coming. So many equations you have to know first. You have to know calculus, so many kind of integrals, correct? Suppose I am a layman, I don't know anything. At least you have to train me for 10 years to be able to come to perceive. And I may differ from conclusion from you also. Because some people say, yeah, some percentage chance maybe we never found this particle. By 99% we have seen it. That's what they say. We can start with it enough. That is how the science works. Okay. So similarly, here we have the example we are reading yesterday morning, today morning we are discussing the Narada. Is it perceived? The process is there. The examples are there. You also take up the process. Okay? So in that way things are well organized. But suppose you say, now you show me, then I will proceed. So that does not happen in any branch of knowledge. Are you idiot or what? You see, the society has become so crazy. So unreasonable they have become. You say, here is Bhagavad Gita accepted. No, you prove it. But can I prove anything to you standing here in 5 minutes? It is not reasonable. Everything requires understanding. Then it can be. Proof is a very big subject matter. In fact, scientists agree nothing is, we can prove one thing, nothing is proven. That's deeper philosophy. That you have to go to top scientists, not this kachara level scientists who generally get exposed in schools and colleges. You know that? Because of the field of experience. They say, we can prove one thing, nothing is provable in this world. Because we are proving what? We are only seeing our world of experience, which is not real. Scientifically, which is not real. So what do you know actually? We don't know anything actually. So now as we proceed, so if we get limited, that the only things I know is what I see, you will be a tamasic man. Because everything you have to experience. We will say, don't do sinful activity. No, why you should not do? I said, don't do illicit sex. Why you should not do? I'll see by experience it is good or bad. You are the lowest creation on earth. If you hold on to that kind of, stubborn, that I have to learn by experience, that is modern day youth. The lowest consciousness we are seeing all around the world. After this rubbish science has come. The Prabhupada says that Prabhupada says these rascals have destroyed everything. And among them, the rascals, Prabhupada said Darwin is the greatest rascal. They destroyed the whole culture. With no proof, no evidence, just with the funny theory that species change from one to another. No proof. There is not a single species which has. Why do monkeys are not giving birth to human beings now? It happened in the past, it will happen in the future. Now you become dull-headed man and believe me. Future we will do it. Past it happened, now you just believe me. So, and the whole civilization has become misled. True, the atheistic people, it's like a Brahma. You may say that why Krishna is allowing. Yes, you have to pass test. These are all different tests created. Just like Advaita Tattva itself, Shankara's philosophy is a test. Every day you are having Maya's examination. Do this. I should not do this. Why? World of experience, you will take trillion years to learn why you should not do it. The scriptures guide. Don't do it. Correct? There are many people who say, no, I will not learn like that. Therefore, unless somebody comes to understand that there are two forms of knowledge. One knowledge which I learn by experience, and one knowledge which comes from authority. And he understands that this is better, he will not even start spiritual life. Your spiritual life cannot even start. What are the two words called? Ārabhyate, avarohapanta. Which is which one?
Aroha is science.
Is ascending. And avaroha is descending. So unless person understands that actually avarohapanta is a way to know, he cannot begin in spiritual life. There is no beginning. Spiritual life begins when with faith. Therefore I said to Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada, right in the first page, he said, this book cannot be read unless you at least theoretically accept Krishna as the Supreme Personality of God. You can't even read the book. Nothing will. It's a transcendental book. It's like you are eating prasada. Unless you take it with respect, you'll never feel the spiritual effect. You look at the deities, you look at a stone, it will remain stone for your whole life. You think, my Lord is there. Reciprocate, my Lord. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, ye yatama prapadyante. The way you come, I'll reciprocate like that. Okay? So, there is no time in the life. Actually, life is very, very short. Okay? So, modern civilization, what it's doing is that, the fact is that nobody is happy. 90% youth drinking today, which is a law all parts of the world, civilization has failed. In Mangalore, 90% society drinks, not only the youth. Civilization has failed. Your so-called modern science has failed the society. Why they are drinking? Is it a symptom that people are not happy? Correct? But they are going to shelter or drinking somehow, just like the labor people, when they work so hard, so much pain they drink. They are frustrated actually. It has failed already. And there is nothing more to show. And now, if you go to these people and you tell them that just by improving the liquor bottle or by improving their physical comfort, they will not be happy. Actually, just like a car, just by making new things on the car, the driver will not be happy. Driver has to eat his own meal. And the meal of the driver is completely out of the way compared to the meal of the car. You cannot put samosa, gulab jamun in the petrol engine, correct? It looks too different. When you chant Hare Krishna, you read Bhagavad, it looks too different. How this can give me happiness? Soul's food is different, because soul is different from the body. Soul's food is transcendent. Just by paying obeisance to the deity, if you cannot do anything, just keep paying obeisance to the deity, you advance spiritually. Prabhupada says something interesting today we were reading. He said every time you do spiritual activity, there is credit. Just like in a bank you take passbook, credit, credit, credit. You feel very happy, you get a message. If you have an account linked to your mobile, you get a message, credit, 1,000 rupee credited, you feel so happy. 20,000 rupee credited, you feel so happy. And finally it becomes so much, you can purchase Krishna. Prabhupada said when enough credit, life after life, you can go back to Krishna's lotus feet. That is Parachakari. Devotee means Krishna is in his pocket. Okay? You understand? So, in this way, actually, if we take it in this way, we can understand that there is no way we can understand things by our own experience. And if I base my life on that, I will be a tāmasam. Okay? I learn by hearing from authorities. It's a quick way, a short way. Experience is a very slow way. You say, I will learn by experience. Then what was taught in your engineering college of 4 years, you have to discover everything. It will take you 10,000 years maybe to discover, alone if you want to do that. You don't have the time. You are learning by hearing only. But spiritual life, particularly, you will go to hallucination. I see many devotees who don't take devotee association, they don't read the scriptures, they get into some sahaji hallucination. It all has to be under guidance and association of devotees. This line is a wonder line. You know this? Amazing. A person, how a person comes to tamasic kind of understanding, activity, because by his own experience. No authority will allow you to do such activities. Tamasic man means it does not care for authority of the scripture. Rasic man cares for the authority, but it takes a lower form of scriptures. Just like Bhagavad Gita, therefore Arjuna, Krishna asks Arjuna to rise above the Vedas. Correct? Triguniya Vishaya Veda, Nistriguniya Bhava. Rise above the Vedas. Immediately dealing with karma kanda activity. But a Krishna conscious person, therefore, he directly accepts the authority of the Shastra, of the Acharyas, and he makes quick progress. You see, Prabhupada doesn't leave that. Even Krishna once in quotes authority, Prabhupada looked, this is the way to do, this is the way to do. First chapter, Arjuna says, I have heard from authority. Prabhupada writes even in the purport, this is the way to get knowledge, this is the way to get knowledge. Again and again, Prabhupada, whenever gets an opportunity, wherever he sees somebody learning from authority, Prabhupada says, this is the way to learn. Because we should also understand this is the only way to learn. The Shabda Pramana is the way to learn. Pratyaksha and Anumana are never conclusive. Okay? And they will lead to a lower consciousness. And Shabda Pramana will bring us to the highest level of Krishna consciousness. Srila Prabhupada ki